Throughout the history of all classes, Valentino Rossi collected 235 podium finishes. Marc Marquez, 165 podiums. That's a 71 podium gap. So the question is inevitable. Will Marc Marquez surpass Valentino Rossi's record? Marc Marquez, the absolute favorite for MotoGP 2026. The MotoGP 2026 season hasn't even started yet, but tension is already filling the paddock. Once again, the name Marc Marquez dominates the conversation, not just as the defending champion, but as the single biggest threat to MotoGP history itself. Riding with the Ducati Lenovo team, Marquez enters 2026 with a status that's almost unquestionable, the strongest championship favorite on the grid. His dominance throughout the 2025 MotoGP World Championship wasn't just Marquez's 7th Premier Class title, it also completed a historic milestone, 9 World Championships across all classes. A number that carries enormous weight because it officially places him level with Valentino Rossi. And this is where the real story begins. MotoGP 2026 is not just another season. It's the season where history is challenged. The season where records once thought untouchable begin to look fragile. The big question is simple, but seismic. Will Marc Marquez surpass Valentino Rossi? From career-threatening injury to the Ducati throne. To understand just how dangerous Marc Marquez is right now, we need to look back to the lowest point of his career. The year was 2020. The place, Jerez. A devastating right arm injury changed everything. Surgery after surgery, endless pain, a future clouded with doubt. Many began to ask the unthinkable. Would Marc ever be the same again? Season after season passed in frustration. With Honda, Marquez fought relentlessly, but an uncompetitive bike and an incomplete physical recovery meant one brutal reality. He crashed more often than he won. Until the moment that changed everything. Marc Marquez left Honda, the team that built his legacy, and chose Ducati. What some saw as desperation turned out to be the smartest move of his career. The 2025 season proved it. Marc Marquez was no longer the reckless risk-taker. He became a silent assassin on the racetrack, calmer, smarter, and brutally efficient. He didn't need to win by huge margins. He only needed to win, and he did, again and again. Valentino Rossi's numbers begin to shake. Now we enter the most sensitive territory of all, Valentino Rossi's records. In the Premier class, Rossi still leads with 89 career victories, but Marc Marquez is right behind him with 73 wins. The math is clear. If Marquez scores 16 wins in MotoGP 2026, he ties Rossi. With 17 wins, history officially changes. With a 22-race calendar and Ducati's dominance, the scenario is far from impossible. Age is another battleground. Valentino Rossi has long been the symbol of longevity, but even that record is now under pressure. Marquez became the oldest MotoGP world champion at age 32. If he successfully defends his title in 2026, Rossi will no longer hold that distinction. And then there's one more quietly terrifying statistic: fastest laps. Rossi leads with 76. Marquez already has 72. Just 4 laps, a gap that could disappear in a single season. MotoGP 2026 could be the year where multiple Rossi records fall at the same time. The podium record that refuses to fall. But Valentino Rossi is a legend for a reason. There is one area where he still stands alone and may continue to do so. Podiums. Across all classes, Rossi recorded 235 podium finishes. Marc Marquez, 165. That's a 71 podium difference. In the Premier class alone, Rossi reached 199 podiums, while Marquez currently sits at 126. This isn't about raw speed. This is about consistency across eras. Rossi survived the 500cc era, dominated early MotoGP, matured at his peak, and remained competitive well into the twilight of his career. Marquez represents explosive dominance. Rossi represents enduring greatness. And this is where the eternal debate emerges. Can records ever truly defeat legacy? Dominance versus legacy. MotoGP 2026 and the search for the true king. MotoGP 2026 will be more than just another racing season. For Marc Marquez, it's a chance to win his 10th World Championship, become the most successful rider in MotoGP history, etch his name above Valentino Rossi in the record books. But for Valentino Rossi, it's the ultimate test of legacy. Will he remain MotoGP's greatest icon or become the legend whose records were finally overtaken? One thing is certain, Marc Marquez is no longer chasing Rossi. He is now chasing history itself. And MotoGP 2026 will be the witness. Are we watching the rise of a statistical GOAT or realizing that true legacy can never be beaten by numbers alone? Enjoyed the video? Make sure to subscribe, like, and enable notifications.